Look, thank you guys. Look, I'm chairing a session on new tools for building disaster resilience. And for the sake of this introduction, I want to reframe that and really think about talking better understanding leading to better decisions, or building demand for better information. That doesn't bode well. Let's start with the beginning assumption. Does better understanding automatically equal better decisions? Okay, and I want to use an example from Indonesia. Specifically, I want to talk about Padang in West Sumatra. Now, Padang is one of the most studied areas in the world. We know science is indisputed that it is expecting a large earthquake and devastating tsunami. There's no question about it. We know it is coming, as certain as science ever is. In addition to that, in 2009, Padang suffered a severe earthquake. It killed almost 1,200 people. It destroyed the better part of 120,000 houses. But this is not the earthquake that is coming. There's still a massive earthquake and tsunami coming. Padang needs to get ready for that event. So Padang has an opportunity in 2009 to rebuild itself, to actually protect itself from that imminent earthquake, to protect itself from the tsunami that's coming. In light of that, in understanding of that, we actually supported a massive Build Back Better campaign. So a campaign that included local TV stars, celebrities, TV, radio, newspapers, focused on educating people that they have a problem, that they can do something about it. Now, we evaluated that program very, very carefully to see how effective it was. So we wanted to know, did we increase the understanding? And the answer was yes, unambiguously yes. However, we asked the second question. Did we actually, for those people who increased understanding, did they take action? Did they actually build safer houses? And unfortunately, the answer was just as unambiguously no. Okay? Now, there's a lot of detail, a lot of complexity there. One of the more interesting results we came from that survey was that actually the only people who really wanted and were going to build back better were those who had had a personal effect themselves, who'd actually been trapped in a house themselves. So not lost family, not necessarily lost close friends, but had an individual trauma. So in this case, better understanding alone does not equal better decisions. Okay? Now, it's not common, it's not all the time, but understanding alone isn't enough. So what are we going to do? How do we actually take the next step to really help the investment that's so critical in understanding risk? What does it take to turn that into action? Okay? So the answer to that, you're going to have to come along to session 6, room 143, 2 till 3:30. We've actually got a mystery speaker to add a bit of appeal and a bit of excitement to it to get you involved. But the 3 speakers who I can announce to you today, we've got representatives from Indonesia, from Yemen, from El Salvador, from the Pacific. We'll be looking at different technologies, innovative ways that we're actually trying to do some of the communication that's going to be so important to action. So efforts from Indonesia, where new science and new data is being used to directly inform contingency planning, on the ground, getting communities more prepared. Examples from the Pacific, where we've actually seen what must be one of the world's most comprehensive and detailed risk assessments that's actually being directly used to inform how a region of countries is addressing its risks, looking at fiscal risks, looking at how they quickly respond and understand impacts directly after an event. We also have in our El Salvador example a very detailed probabilistic risk assessment for earthquake that's directly informing guidelines in how people are actually retrofitting and prioritising structures, and examples from Yemen on how to think about reconstructing following floods. So I want to finish with a slightly happier note than what I might have left you from Padang. So let's go back there, okay? It's still got an imminent tsunami and earthquake risk. It's gone nowhere. That earthquake is coming sometime in our children's lifetime. What are we doing about it? Well, over about the last 6 years, there has been a huge concerted effort in Padang where you've had NGOs working with government, working with civil societies, working with faith-based, working with everyone to really take ownership of this problem, to really understand it and to take action around what we do. One of the things that has led to is Indonesia's new tsunami master plan. Now, that master plan is still being finalised. It's focusing on new ways to protect communities right across the country of Indonesia, a massive archipelago of 6,000 islands. Even though it's being finalised, just in one city, in North Padang alone, the research is showing us it has the potential to save over 30,000 lives. 30,000 lives in one city. This will be a revolutionary plan, and it's a demonstrable example that if we get this right, if we actually connect our understanding to decision making, we can save lives. And if you come along to our session, you'll see examples of that from the best across the world. Thank you very much.